How's everyone doing? Welcome to the final episode of After the After Hours with your boy TraderPrad. The final day of this week is tomorrow going to be a free fall Friday. Now get ready for tomorrow. Powell going on the microphone. Powell going on the microphone again. Get ready for tomorrow. So I do have a watch list ready, but if you guys are ready, hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for all the support. To get started, why don't we dive into the full screen and hit that like and subscribe. Yo, what is up, people? How's everyone doing? I am extremely exhausted. I am lacking of sleep for the past few days, not been sleeping properly. Almost didn't stream today, but that's not the right decision, so I decided let's get out of the bed. I had like a good 30-minute nap after getting home. Hopefully that nap is enough to have some energy here and start talking about the market, because we got a lot to talk about. I mean, boy oh boy, was the market insane today. We got a monster rally right off the open. Market, ripping to the north side, which we expected. We expected the market to rebound today, but then later on the market just completely selling off, which I did not expect. I'll be honest with you. We had an insane open, monster later half in the day too, but then in going into the close, the market just showed you weakness and closing red again, another day red. We were actually green for some part in the market today, but obviously closing red, showing you how weak the market still is, especially after yesterday's events. So we're here to talk about all the events that took place today, see how they set up for possible money-making opportunities tomorrow, some of the earnings names that reported throughout this week, the overall market, and all the other fun stuff. So if you're here for that, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Strap in your seatbelts, because we're gonna head over to the full screen, because I don't want to waste no time today. I don't want to waste no time. I want to talk about the stocks, and then I want to go right back to bed. I want to jump into my cozy bed, put my nice blanket right back on top of me, and pass out, actually get a proper sleep for one night, because boy oh boy, I've been struggling here. All right, before we go to the full screen, let me just say hello to my beautiful viewers. We got TH, Dieter, and John in the chat so far. As more people trickle in, we'll say hello to them as they come in. TH is asking, who is the James? Is it the James Bond meme for the thumbnail? No, it's Tony Stark. It's Tony Stark from Iron Man 1. It's when he's a defense contractor and he puts his hands up, and the military personnel are watching his demonstrations of his rockets flying right above his head and completely destroying a mountain, a line of mountain, a range of mountain. What is a mountain? I think it's called a range, right? A range of mountain I'm not sure if it's even called a range, but a whole mountain top getting absolutely annihilated, destroyed, and flattened to the ground using the Stark Technologies, which is a defense contractor. And the reason why I'm using a defense contractor, because obviously RTX, which was a monster move today, I played long on RTX. I think RTX was my second best trade of the day today. LMT, which has been giving you long 3 days in a row now. So clearly something's going on in this defense sector, and the stocks have been going up. Maybe something to keep an eye on. Robert Downey Jr. Yes, indeed, Robert Downey Jr. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the full screen, talk about all the things that we are interested for tomorrow. When it comes to the earnings watch list, there's actually not a lot on the board over here for tonight and tomorrow pre-market. I actually forgot to put in the stocks from tomorrow pre-market. I think 3M and Bristol Myers might be two stocks that I want to see how it reports and moves. Colgate could be one of them to be added in there too. So I'm just going to quickly add these stocks into my watch list. I forgot to put them in before. Add 3 cells below. BMY, what was it, 3M and Colgate. Okay, so today after hours we got DXCM, Dexcom, Skechers, Boston Beer, Juniper Technologies, most of the companies which I don't really care for or trade, but Skechers and DXCM are ones that are standing out for me based on my little research over here before market closes into 8 o'clock. And so DXCM really crushed to the downside, so I'm interested to see how they reported, what type of opportunities can we get on that stock. So why don't we go directly to the charts here and pull up this position, DXCM. I don't think I've ever traded this position. I don't have memory of trading it. Looks like I have actually, because I have lines over here, but these are old lines. I'm going to delete them real quick. This is a previous anchored VWAP. Maybe I can just leave it in. Who cares? We can leave that when it's from the previous earnings anchored VWAP. Clearly coming into resistance at this point, and today's earnings report crushing the stock from, if I remember correctly, it was at $100, but it ended up near $60, $70. So a real big drop in the after hours. There you go, $68, $70, basically going right back into 2023 lows over here, and even more than that 2023 low, making a new 52-week low. Big drop on this position. Let's go find out what their earnings report looks like. DXCM. Dexcom. I'm guessing they're some sort of a telecommunications company. What are they? Oh no, health technology, medical specialties. Okay, so they're not anything to do with telecom at all. Shares are dropping after the company reported second quarter financial results Thursday. The details: Dexcom reported quarterly earnings of 43 cents per share, which beats estimates of 39 cents per share by 10.26%. Quarterly sales came in at $1 billion, which missed the analyst estimates of $1.03 billion, so very slightly missed by about 3.13%, representing a 15.23% increase over the same period last year, so growing about 15% on the revenue side year to year, which is growth. That's amazing. US revenue grew 19% and international grew by 7% year over year. They're growing across the board. So why did you drop like 30-40% in the after hours? The company announced a $750 million share repurchase program in conjunction with their second quarter results. While Dexcom advanced several key strategic initiatives in the second quarter, our execution did not meet our high standards, said Kevin Sayer, Dexcom CEO. We have a unique opportunity to serve millions of customers around the world with our differentiated product portfolio, and we're taking action to improve our execution and best position ourselves for continued long-term growth. Okay, I guess that, you know, it's a little negative statement over there. Our execution did not meet our high standards. Okay, Dexcom sees third quarter revenue in the range of $975 million to $1 billion versus $1.15 billion for the estimates of full year, in the range of $4 billion to $4.05 billion versus the estimates of $4.33 billion for the full year. So a little bit of a miss, right? They're expecting 1.15. They're giving you a range of 975 to 1 billion. They're expecting for the full year to be 4.3 billion. You're giving them a range of 4 to 4.05 billion. Very less than, way lighter than what the expectations are, and that brought the market down by 32.9%. I mean, that is ridiculous. Absolute craziness that the stock drops by that much on what seems to be, you know, a little bit of a miss on revenue and EPS for the forecast, but they're growing year by year. They did miss revenue this report slightly, but they're growing year to year big time. So very shocked by this move based on this report. This almost tells me, you know, look for dip buy opportunities. This might be an overreactionary drop over here. Someone might have fat fingered. I guess that would be, I don't know. Calling this a fat finger would be ridiculous, but this is a big move for a report that we just saw. I'm more so looking to get long tomorrow on this stock on any sort of a bounce opportunity. But as you guys can see, the 52-week low at $75. We're already below $75. That could be an area of resistance if we do pop into that. Today's VWAP, yesterday's VWAP, and the day before's VWAP are all around $90 and above $90. So there's this whole room, this whole pocket of area where I think the stock can go to. We're not seeing a decrease in growth. We're actually seeing growth coming in across the board for US, for international, for revenue year to year. And all they did was guide lower, and not that much lower either, right? The percentages for how much they're guiding compared to is so ridiculous for how much the stock dropped by. There could be some hidden agenda behind this move. By that I mean the conference call could have played a big part on this downside, and if that's the case, then we might be missing the whole picture here. But overall, I'm flabbergasted. I'm gobsmacked by this downside move on DXCM. Quickly looking at the after hour levels over here, looks like we made a bottom around $64. We're settling around right now, which is around $68. That 75 is going to be pretty important on the way up. If we're able to reclaim 75 and find buying above 75, that just opens up a lot more room to the upside for tomorrow itself. I think the stock's priority is pretty high. The volume is not bad either. 30-day average is around 3 million. And today after hours, throughout the day and including after hours, the stock seems to have brought in around 11 million. So tomorrow we expect a good amount of volume, the spread to be tight, and the stock to give you a monster SSR long. So keep an eye on DXCM tomorrow. You might not want to take your eyes off of this stock at all, especially with how okay the report was and how not okay this move is based on that. Keep in mind though, we're not analysts, right? Our job is a day trader. Just because we think that report was extremely bullish doesn't mean it is bullish, right? We need to see if buying comes in, supports our theory, supports our thesis to the long side, at which point, what the hell? What am I missing here? Why am I missing my VWAP? I'm missing VWAP? I am. Okay, there you go. My weekly VWAP was missing. Okay, next stock we want to go to Skechers, because they reported earnings also, but their move was a little bit of a nothing burger. They originally started to flush down, and then after the report came out, they popped back up and basically closed within today's range. So almost a nothing burger move. It did get a little bit of a pop too, and then that pop got sold off. If you look at Skechers on the daily chart, we actually pulled back into the previous all-time high and kind of finding support in the previous all-time high. So this report giving you almost a nothing burger move. It went lower, popped back up, went higher, got sold, and just settled over here. Based on that, I'm not expecting the stock to go lower than here, and I'm not expecting the stock to go higher than here. So there's this pocket of area for us to play with if you're interested for the long tomorrow. And because of this uninteresting pocket for myself, because I would like, you know, the stock to break this upside circle that I just drew over here and start showing me buying on the north side for us to get really excited. But right now there's some barriers on the upside, and there's the barriers on the downside too. At that point, just let it play out. You know, we don't need to fight in the middle ground. If the stock does end up going back into the $62-$63 and you see buying there, that could be a good opportunity. But before that, I'm just almost I'm most likely just going to stay away. We could go take a look at the earnings report, but based on how nothing burger of a move that was in the after hours, I'm going to expect the earnings report to be very similar. So let's go take a look at the report here using our good friends at Benzinga. Check out the link of Benzinga in the description, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're watching me on X or on Twitter, the link for Benzinga should be in my bio. Make sure you go check out all my links in my bio. Skechers reporting earnings, reporting with an EPS of 91 cents per share, which missed the analyst consensus of 94 cents per share, reporting quarterly sales of 2.16 billion, which missed the estimates of 2.23 billion, representing a 7.2% increase from same period last year. Inventory was 1.51 billion, a decrease of 10.9 million or 0.7 from December 31st. Direct-to-consumer sales grew 86 million or 9.2%. Wholesales grew to 59.1 million or 5.5%, and the company reported gross margins increased by 290 basis points to 53.7%. The company's board of directors authorized a $1 billion share repurchase program, achieved second quarter sales of 21.6 billion, driven by strong demand in our diverse portfolio of comfortable and innovative footwear. The growth resulted from sales increase of 9% and direct. So basically, we're just reiterating these numbers. Okay, awesome. No outlook being provided, but the numbers, as you guys can see, they are growing on every single aspect. Direct to consumer, wholesales, international, domestic, all up in single digit. I think there was a double digit. No, there was a double digit, which is the gross margin profit, but mostly for the most part you're getting single digit growth across the board. They did miss EPS, they did miss revenue, so basically a mixed earnings report over here on SKS, and that's why you're getting a mixed move overall, a slap from the upside and a bump from the downside. And based on that, I'm not too excited to see how SKS move tomorrow. It will be on the watch list, it will be on one of my charts, but priority for that is pretty low tomorrow. And sadly, that's all the stocks that report today after hours that we care about. But there are stocks tomorrow pre-market that report. Gonna point out some of them for you because I have traded these names before. One of them being Bristol Myers, BMY. Other one being 3M. 3M gives you monster day trading opportunities, if I remember correctly, on earnings days. Obviously a boomer name though. It does move a little bit slower than, you know, maybe Tesla, Nvidia, or so on. So you got to be ready to play passively, look for the dips instead of looking to take breakout entries and so on. But if a setup shows up, a good pattern shows up on 3M tomorrow based off the earnings report, I'm excited, especially if we can start breaking out a little bit higher than this high, which looks to be a double top at the moment. So what is that level? Around $106. So if we can clear 106 and start going back up, I think the stock can have some nice move. I don't have 3M's ATR, so let me just quickly grab that. 3M ATR is about $2.15. Colgate ATR, I'm gonna say 82 cents. Oh, I was wrong, $1.30. And Bristol Myers ATR, I'm gonna say $4. $1. I'm completely wrong. Yeah, I don't have any experience trading these stocks. I haven't traded these stocks in a long time. Okay, so 3M, looking to see how it breaks out above 106, or if it breaks out above 106 on a good report, and how it plays with this 112 area right above it. I'm just gonna mark up these levels. 106, above 106 we have 112 to keep an eye out for. Now hopefully we get a good report from which the stock makes a reaction move, a good reactionary move, and not like Skechers where it's a nothing burger move. At that point, the stock is almost not important to me at all. Next stock, Colgate. If I remember correctly, Colgate should be at all-time highs. Yeah, so all-time highs for Colgate, ripping to the upside not too long ago. I remember actually trading it on one of these days. That is the last earnings report. Okay, so yeah, I remember trading it on the last earnings report. The breakout above the all-time high was a juicy long. And then if you guys can see, we basically pull back and continue going higher and higher. Let's see if the world's #1 leading toothpaste brand, or what would they advertise themselves at? World's #1 leading toothpaste, 99 out of 100 dentists would recommend their product. So why not that one dentist who doesn't recommend, huh? What does he have against Colgate that 99? Maybe he's the one that doesn't get paid by Colgate to say that Colgate's a good company, and the other 99 get nice little paychecks. So the one guy missing out on, you know, maybe $1,000 a week, $1,000 a month by not collecting that paycheck, giving Colgate the reference that they need. But they don't. I guess they don't need it. They have 99 people in their pockets. Just a joke, not trying to get sued by Colgate saying that they're bribing scientists. I don't want any litigation over here, just comedy. It's just a joke, don't be mad, okay? Just joke. But Colgate looking interesting. We got a nice little holding pattern. If you pull out a trend line, you can see how we just kind of broke below that trend line recently with the market weakness, but we're kind of popping right back up. And if this report helps it, we possibly got to move above this all-time high, and a higher move above that. And a negative report, I'm expecting us to drop right back into $90 and possibly find some support at 90, or finding selling under 90 opens up a lot more downside for this stock. If we actually find selling under 90, I think we could easily start going much lower to the downside. So be careful if you're looking long under 90. I would be a little weary. I think that's the right word, weary of that. We got a chatter on X.com. Bass 06379449 says hello. What's up, my friend? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We finally have someone talking on X chat. That's crazy. All right. Oh, we got people in the chat. We got Momo and Dougie. What's up, Momo? What's up, Dougie? Momo saying, I'm happy I bought my shares back for cheaper and I get a full dividend like I never sold at all. Let's go, Momo. But I think it's going to go even lower. Let's see what happens. AAL, baby, and Ford is sucking. Yeah, I saw American Airlines did make a nice little reversal right back up after breaking lower, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to really keep American Airlines on the watch list, right? Because even if a negative report comes, it might flush down, but then it might just go back up and we'll just chop everybody up. I mean, these prices are investment prices for people, so it's no short at all. And then long, if it holds 10, it's just a simple long above 10. So it gave you that chance. You could have gotten $1 per share if you looked at it. I just didn't bother for it. I mean, there were better trades today. Look at the reversal on Nvidia. Look at the reversal on QQQ. Look at the way the market moved to the north side. Look at RTX. Okay, I actually went long right here on this candle RTX, and I got out at that candle on RTX. I captured this full move. How many dollars is that? That's a $3 move right there, compared to American Airlines for a $1 move with the negative earnings report but a positive move upside while the market's flushing. I mean, what kind of gamble am I playing there, right? What kind of gamble am I playing there? It just doesn't sit logically sound for me in my head. Negative earnings report, flush pre-market, markets flushing, and then it's going up, and the market's going up, and then it's going up too. It's just such a gamble that I have to guess and keep on psychoanalyzing the chart. That's why it's not even worth it for me. Instead, why don't I just go take a look at a stock that made a new all-time high on a positive earnings report while the market's ripping higher and higher and higher and higher off the open, going into yesterday's close and going above yesterday's close. If the market wants to be that bullish, then why don't I just trade stocks that are providing a bullish catalyst and are gapping up into a bullish area and holding prices above, much higher above previous levels, right? So RTX was my poison of choice. Got long right there, got out right there. Best trade, simple trade, easy trade. I like to keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid, as they always say. So that's why I like to do what I do over here. Go through stocks that report earnings and then find out which one of them are looking the most juiciest to play with. However, we do have Ford on the watch list over here next after Colgate. So let's quickly go to Ford. Oh, actually, I need to go back to Colgate to get another level here. I forgot to throw in that all-time high area of 99.50, 99.63 all-time high. And let's see if we can break above that. I'm just gonna put 99.63 to 100 to keep it watch, because if we go into 99.63, you're telling me we're not going to 100? We didn't come this far to not come this far. Isn't that how that Drake song goes? I forget that whatever, who cares? Doesn't matter. But we didn't come this far to not come this far, right? So let's see if Colgate can get to 100 and actually break that. Okay, Ford, obviously we were talking about the possible move below 1150. I was watching the stock off the open. If 1150 held, I would have looked for a long, but 1150 did not hold. Big volume candle. It did bring in 200 million shares and straight plummet down. Now I think the stock easily goes into this 1080 area. You could look to short pops. You can see how today's VWAP is exactly at that low. It's 1150, and today's VWAP is also 1150. So any pops into, once again, repeating the same price point, 1150, and rejects a build of a base into that price point could give you an extension short past today's low into this $10 area. First, you need a bounce. I'm not going to just simply short today's low and then expect this area to come in, because stock is down 18%, right? However, they're losing a lot of money, and they're expected to lose a lot more money on their Model E project that they've been going on. So struggling Ford. I don't know how they call themselves the best car company in America. You struggle, you suck. I don't even see that many Fords out there on the road. In Canada, at least where I live, I think Ford's the most least bought car that I see. Obviously, if it's like a pickup truck or whatever, then it's most likely a Ford or a Dodge Dodge Ram. But a normal Ford car, like a Ford Focus or a Ford, whatever they call them, their models, the fact that like I can't even remember them because I see them so less, right? I see a lot Toyotas, I see Hondas, I see Kias, I see even Teslas. A million Teslas on the road these days. A million Teslas. Everyone's got a Tesla these days, right? So it's ridiculous that Ford calls themselves the king of the market when people are just simply not driving their car. Yeah? Give me a second, chat. Okay, bye. My niece was heading home. My sister-in-law came over, cooked me some food because I'm lazy. And then she also brought my niece over, but I couldn't spend some time with them at all. I was so exhausted, chat. I came home, laid on my bed, passed out for a good 30 minutes, woke back up. I was ready to not even stream today. I was ready to not stream. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep sleeping. But then I said, no, that's laziness at its prime. At least go live, even if you're not gonna have the energy to, you know, put some enthusiasm. Even if you're gonna sound boring, do your job, which is go live, talk some levels, get your homework done, and then you can, you know, do whatever after. Pass out, go to bed, go early to bed instead of staying up till like 3 a.m. again. Oh, I don't know why I do this to myself. Why do I do this to myself? The Ford popping into 1150 would be interesting, and then this 1083 low also very interesting, because that was the most recent low right before the stock reported earnings, and then we started going all crazy to the upside. Watch Ford. IBM, nice move to the upside, but we didn't even tickle 199. And if I remember correctly, the last earnings report somewhere around here, we had the same issue. We pop, and then the stock just fails and then pulls back and consolidates sideways. So IBM day 2 has never really been a play. Like, if you see, this was the earnings day. after hours report earnings, and then the next day the stock makes a move, and then nothing, right? And if you go here, you see how after hours earnings, next day we got a move, and then nothing. So based off of that, I'm not expecting too much out of IBM tomorrow. IBM is not really a day 2 type of trade. It's a boomer name. They make a move on day 1, and then they just die down completely, and then people are just, moving their shares here or there. The people who really have IBM as their portfolio, they're not really, managing it. They're not making big decisions with it. That's usually just how it goes with these stocks. So not too worried about looking for a day 2 trade over here. If we do get pullbacks and a good pattern into maybe somewhere in these highs or around today's VWAP or around today's low, you could look long. If we go into today's high or into this 199 or 200 and find some resistance over there, you can look for short. But I'm not really looking to make any decisions in the middle of these areas. It's either going to be at the bottom over here or at the top, up all the way up into this little pocket of zone. Not wanting to do anything in this middle area, and I'm more than confident saying that the stock probably ends like this or probably ends like this. So not too much of activity coming into play on IBM. Moving on from that stock because of that reason. Let's go to Las Vegas Sands. Here's a stock that I actually lost on today because because of our stream last night. We were so adamant on looking for this $40 area, see how it reacts on the way up and on the way down. Right off the open, it pops up, then it sells right off, and then it just consolidates over here. So I figure, okay, there's a short here for a big move to the downside, but the stock just does nothing. And then look how the VWAP just ends around $40. But overall, I guess, there is some action to the downside over here. The report wasn't too negative, but they did have some possible headwinds in Macau, so that brought in some negativity, and the buyers just got wiped out. They were trying to hold the position, but they just got wiped out at the end of the day. There could be an opportunity tomorrow if we do pop into $40 and reject $40 tomorrow. There could be a trade here, but Las Vegas Sands, it's the priority for this one's just not that high. It's lower than IBM. It's honestly lower than IBM in the priority scale. So I will watch it, but this will be like at 11 o'clock in the day, 12 o'clock in the day, just to see where the stock is. If there's a good pattern forming, then maybe I'll look for a trade, but without a good pattern, it's just not that interesting, right? I'd much rather go trade Tesla, Google, some of the other names that are moving off of momentum to look for a momentum trade. I'm not looking to trade momentum on Las Vegas Sands or IBM. That's the idea. Tesla, talking about Tesla, which is actually next on the watch list over here, along with Google, recently reported earnings. A nice little inside day for this stock. A rebound with the rest of the market. Beautiful inside day, holding above yesterday's low, still below yesterday's high. Actually getting right into yesterday's high and then rejecting off of yesterday's high. So played perfectly within yesterday's range. And obviously, yesterday was day 1 of earnings move. Today is day 2. Waiting to see how the stock does on day 3. Any pops right back into 226, looking short. Any drops into 214, 215, and a consolidation, creating a bear flag into the low, looking for a short through there. Overall, we're looking to get the stock back into $200 because no, you're done. You're done, right? You're done, and it's gone. So looking for shorts mainly on Tesla. Any pops, waiting to see how the stock reacts on the pops, and then bang, slam it right back down. Google had some bearish news today. So obviously they had a okay earnings report with what is it? YouTube revenue coming slightly lower than analyst expectations, so that brought the stock down. But later on in the day today, after Google was rallying with the rest of the market, got slapped with big volume, and that's because OpenAI came out and said they're releasing Search GPT, basically a search engine that is going to most likely compete with Google. There's been a lot of companies that came out and tried to fight Google and compete against Google, and they have all failed. I mean, we can talk about Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo. was it DuckDuckGo? Yeah, DuckDuckGo. Is it? Yeah, DuckDuckGo, I forget. Anyways, there were so many search engines out there, many of them still alive, a lot of them have failed, a lot of them don't make money as much as Google, Google obviously being the king. But as all kings eventually get dethroned, Google is looking to have some trouble here. Obviously, Google has a big problem with the search GPT. They previously were looking to incorporate their own search engine with their own AI platform, which is Gemini and so on. But if they do that, that takes away a big part of their revenue, right? Because the AI is going to take you directly to the search that you want and give you the searches right away. Whereas Google searching right now usually takes you to the first link is most likely a highly paid spot. They're paying to have their website being shown first, right? They're paying for when you type in face, it fills in Facebook for you, right? Face, bang, right? It fills in book for you. If you type in you, it fills in tube. Obviously, that's because it's their own platform. If you type in my name is Kodak. When you see me, I'm why. That's because my search history. Anyways, let's type in. What am I looking to type in here? What would be a good question to type and see if like an ad thing shows up at the top? But I do have ad blocker, so maybe ads won't show up for me. No, Diner. Not like that. What's up, ENP? Sean, sorry. Yeah, ENPH touched 120 again today. That's right, baby. And we can see if it can possibly break out of that 120 tomorrow. Some options, some possibilities over there. Can you water, okay? Let's type in water or bottled water. I'm sure these guys are popping up here because they pay for it. Right? Real Canadian Superstore. I'm pretty sure this is owned by Loblaws. I'm surprised it's not Walmart. There you go. Walmart's much lower below the list. Much below lower the list. So that spot over there fighting is going to be that revenue is going to be battled for if Search GPT comes out, and if Search GPT is better than Google's Gemini incorporation with the search engine and so on. If Search GPT is better, people are just gonna go to Search GPT. Why do we need Google anymore, right? Google sucks at this point in people's eye once they start seeing what the advantages are of using AI for search engines. So Google absolutely getting slapped back down, and now Google is interesting because after this reactionary move, how does Google react on pops? If we get sold off on pops even more, then that earnings report plus the latest catalyst coming out on this position, all of that bleeding in is just going to be so much fun for us to play with. Right now, you can see how today's VWAP is around $170. I'm looking to see if we can play with that area again. Any pops into 170 and reject around 170 would be some short opportunities. Yesterday's low, not today's low. Yesterday's low was 172, and the stock was actually holding above yesterday's low for quite some time. Eventually, that news hitting the wires and the stock breaking down. So we have basically a pocket from 170 to 172 to look for resistances on pops. And if we do find resistance in that pocket, looking for that short right back down to today's low, and maybe even back through today's low for even more downside. Google stepping up for some good opportunities tomorrow. As Sean just mentioned, my God, my throat. ENPH going up to 120, even breaking above 120. But notice how there was no volume trading above $120. It broke out with the very slight volume candle and pulled back down. The stock did not even have any volume off the open today. So notice how today's volume candle and compare it to yesterday's volume candle on the open. So stock had almost no volume off the open, wasn't really in play. But if you already had the trade from day one, which is what I had the long yesterday on ENPH. If you have the trade from yesterday, you're happy that, you know, it's looking long, it's going higher. Even with the negative sell-off on the market going into the close, didn't really affect the stock too much. There are opportunities where, I mean, there are scenarios and permutations. That's the word my manager uses. There are permutations where the stock could easily go back into 120, 121 area and start looking to break out of that and go higher if there is a good volume on the stock off the open. And by that I mean, you know, our wall. I want to see at least about 50 to 90k shares traded on the first 5-minute candle, not just 17,000 shares, right? I want to see at least 50 to 90k shares being traded on the first 5-minute candle, at which point we can see that the stock is clearly in play. There's someone looking to buy up this position, and how are they going to play for the rest of the day is going to be very easy to spot from there on, right? Buyers coming in, they're holding above yesterday's high, they're holding above today's high, and we're getting a nice rally past there. So lots of opportunities show up if the stock actually has buying above 120 and 120 to 121, because 121 actually was today's high. So if we have buying above this pocket, there could be some opportunities on ENPH. I'll put ENPH as a blue color, lower priority, but it's on there. It's on there. Spotify, 2 inside days in a way for the earnings stock. The stock reported earnings 2 days ago, and yesterday and today were basically inside days. It's just kind of compressing at the moment. We have sellers, we have buyers, and they're battling it out. We don't need to make a decision once again in the middle of the ranges, right? The stock has a $12 ATR. So if you just simply wait at the edges, you can make a way easier read and a way less risky read, right? The risk is very tight, your stop is very close, and your reward is immense. Your reward opens up on these opportunities around the edges, never in the middle. And in the middle, the probability of the win rate for your trade is also just 50%, right? No matter what type of setup you're taking in the middle of a range, it's always a coin flip of a trade. No matter where you're taking the trade, it's always a coin flip of a trade, right? A trade can always win or lose. It's a 50-50. Sometimes, yeah, you draw. It's a net even trade, but that's because you're a pussy and you get out of your trade too quick, or you know, you just, but before you get stopped out, you get out of it, whatever happens, right? So in the middle of the range, the trade is a simple 50% probability. But when you're playing at the edges, and if you're playing correctly, if you're looking for the right patterns and the right setups, that 50-50 starts getting skewed a little bit. You now have, if you have the right pattern, sometimes that probability shifts to 70% win rate to 30% lose rate. And even if the win rate goes the other way, if it goes to 30% win rate and 70% lose rate, the amount of risk that you're taking, the 70% times that you lose, yeah, you lose money, but the 30% amount of time that you make money off these trades around the edges, you make money, and you also cover the losses from the 70% of the time you lose because of the risk to reward ratios, right? Maybe you're only risking $2 to $3 on the edges compared to risking $5 to $6 when you're trading in the middle of the range. It just doesn't make sense to open up unnecessary risk and cut your probability of win rates and so on that way. That's why I stay away from middle of the ranges. My manager gets mad at me when I don't stay away from the middle of the ranges. This is not worth it. Not worth it for your headache. So watch how the stock reacts. At the moment, looks like it is a little bearish. We could easily pull back into this area. The market looks weak too. So if the market pulls back, possibly take Spotify right back below. No longer hanging out in the all-time high. For now, it's it's creating a nice little compression, and at the break of these lows and selling below those lows could take us right back to a gap close opportunity into 300. UPS, very similar to Spotify, but this stock actually has a little weakness behind it, right? They are not really growing the way you want to see UPS growing. Couple sources have come out and called out this company, saying that you know, they're struggling at the moment. So UPS could easily pull back down over here into $125, at which point it could give you a long. But if 125 fails and we start seeing selling under 125, that opens up some real downside on the stock. The stock has a $4 ATR. We're around 127 right now. So a push into 125, a bear flag into 125, and then a breakdown below 125. That could be a little bit of a setup over there for us to play with. But a hold of 125 gives you a much better setup, because we can get a long through there back to the upside, somewhere into 127, somewhere into 130, even if you're looking for a swing term idea. So watching how the stock reacts, shorting any pops without fail, because you know there's sellers here and they're active on pushing the stock down, but I'm not selling it in the middle of the ranges, right? I want to short every pop into 130. Anything above 130 is even more interesting for me to short. So at 130 and above, that's it, simple as that. 130 and above looking short. GE, nah, no trade, no trade. Larry's mobile detailing, I like it. Well, you detail cars, Larry? Is this you? Is this you, Larry? That shit looking clean, boy. Good job, Larry. Damn, this is chrome plated? This has got to be like chrome wrapped. Or you just do a really good job, my friend. Check out Larry's mobile detailing. I don't know if this is the same thing. Oh, maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. Trying to match the logo. Anyways, Larry is asking about TSC. What the hell is TSC? Container Store. The Container Store. 2 million shares. Not bad. Today, 59 million. Okay. Penny stock. Going to $1. Breaking above $1. Okay. Small float, not like a million float, which is good, but small float, it could be interesting. This one could be interesting. We do have a small cap stock on the watch list for tomorrow, but this is not the one. But I might just add this one to the list of stocks. Let me just quickly put TSC on here to keep an eye on. Anytime stocks like these get above $1, they look interesting to me, because once we start holding $1, that just opens up more upside. So let's see what happens if we can hold $1. I would like to see if the stock can give us a trade, but I don't really know about the company to give you my advice. And also don't really trade penny stocks. It excites me when once they get above $1, but until then I'm not interested in them at all. You can see how yesterday's VWAP and today's VWAP and the day before that's VWAP, it's all at $1. So if we can hold $1 on any sort of a pullback, I mean, we're already at $1, but if we can continue holding $1, I think there could be some up move over here on TCS for us to play with, and that's the only price I care about. Just show me buying above 1, and as long as you show me buying above 1, I can look for the long. My goodness. If Ford is $10 in December, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm building cash still knowing it can go down. I think 1120 is significant, but that is from a longer term. Okay, I respect that. I respect that. Tesla forced the low of 1080-ish recently. 1080? I mean, I'm not sure I understand that. I'm not sure I understand that. Black paint so hard to buff perfection. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't even think about that. But that should look chrome. It looked amazing. Man, this vape is hurting my throat. Maybe I need to stop. All right. Let's talk about defense names. The inspiration for our thumbnail today. Defense names, defense stocks have been going absolutely crazy. Here's day 1, here's day 2, and here's day 3 for LMT. Each day the stock pulls back and holds previous day's highs, previous day's lows, and then rips again. So for example, day 1 of earnings, day 2 stock goes higher, pulls back, holds the previous day's high, and then goes higher. Today opens a little bit lower than yesterday's high, rips up, pulls back, holds yesterday's high, and then rallies back to today's high. So this trend just keeps on repeating. This is also classic anchor VWAP setup from our friends at Alpha Trends. You're getting day 1 move, day 2 stock flushes into yesterday's high, reclaims the day 2's day 2's anchored VWAP, and then starts going higher. You could have gone long over here if you were interested. Day 3 the stock pulls back, holds day 2's VWAP, and then rips higher, pulls back and holds yesterday's high, and then rips higher. You got 2 opportunities to look long over here on LMT today. So monster opportunities across the board for defense stocks. Here's another one, RTX, a stock that I actually traded. I got long right here into the green candle, or for you it's yellow, and then I got out basically at the high of that move because it was a measured move target, and it seems to be exactly the right area to get out. The stock didn't really go much higher from that area, as you can see. So wonderful execution. The stock reported earnings today pre-market and broke out to a new all-time high. Kind of had that Lockheed Martin sympathy behind it. If LMT is going like that, maybe RTX has some sympathy move too. Keep in mind this is a boomer name, so it shouldn't really trade like RTX or whatever. That's why I didn't really look to take the breakout. I got in on the dips and I traded the dips. So if this stock sets up for LMT like how LMT set up on day 2, if RTX sets up like that on day 2, if we break out of today's high, pull back and hold today's high, I'm interested in that long. If we go into yesterday's VWAP is not really that important, but if we go into yesterday's VWAP and break out from there, or sorry, bounce from there, that'll be an interesting area to look long too. So RTX is pretty high in my priority. Obviously LMT would be amazing to trade LMT. It's a little bit an expensive stock and the spread is ugly. Not too interested to get myself trapped in there, but the opportunities that I've been seeing on LMT every day is so sad not to take advantage of. I wish I wasn't such a bitch, but no risk no Rari, and you don't see me with a Rari for a very good reason. For a very good reason. That 1080 point on Ford last earnings, it was Tesla report that made it 1080 when Tesla, gotcha. Thank you, Momo. I was a little confused when you said 1080. I thought you said Tesla went to 1080. Tesla forced Ford to 1080. Gotcha. KRE and XBI still going up. That's the regional banks ETFs, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, 2% up on regional banks, not bad. XLF, did they do good today? Barely. They were up pretty big time, but then they sold off with the rest of the market. Banks apparently are something to keep an eye on if those of you are interested to look for stocks tomorrow. However, I have possibly the best stock to keep an eye on tomorrow. It's going to be SERV. Serve moving to the upside 41 damn percent. I was talking about this yesterday to you guys, or a couple of days ago. The fact that the stock is holding $7.22 is very bullish. Today, obviously, with the way Nvidia moved and because Nvidia recently invested in Serve, I am guessing that brought in some sympathy to the upside. Obviously, the market moving higher in the open the open. Also possibly bled into this upside for SERV, but this opens up some real pain for the trapped shorts. In this area, we have some shorts who are trapped. Some of the shorts probably got bust out from this area, either for profit or from loss. They probably took the loss on or profit, whatever it is, on the break of $10.50, on the break of $10.30. And now we got a big move to the north side, which could possibly bust out more shorts and create that squeeze to the upside on a beautiful name, SERV. So let's see if this stock can start going absolutely crazy for us, giving us some monster opportunities to trade. The fact that it did this today on very little volume compared to when the first day's volume was 260 million shares on that first day. Today only on 55 million shares. That means there's a lot more shorts that are probably trapped, that are not out yet. They're not out of this position yet, and when their positions start getting hit, we are expecting a big run up to the north side. So SERV pretty high on the priority. Another small cap stock, kind of like TSC. So watching how this one moves. Putting 722 on the watch list for support feels illegal to me, because you can see how yesterday's low and today's low is around $8.50. So I would expect the stock to not really go below that. To be frank, I would expect the stock to not even go below $11, because that's where today's VWAP is, right? $11 should be the first area defense on any pullback into 11. We should defend that, find buyers above that, and then we rally right back through today's high of $12, break that, go to 14, break 14, and keep on just breaking every single level to the upside. That is the best scenario that could play out for the stock tomorrow. Pull back into today's VWAP around $11 and hold. If you're not going to hold today's VWAP, at the very least I want to see that $10 area holding, so we can possibly get a move into 12 and then maybe higher if it happens, right? If it goes to 850, which is yesterday's low, which is today's low, that whole scenario of us going to 12, above 12, into 14, above 14 is just completely negated at that point. I don't think we can go to 850 and then go back to 12. It's just out of the picture for me. But right now for resistances, I'm putting today's high as 12, and then the most recent high is 14 for my resistance levels. SERV. Another stock that's possibly very interesting for tomorrow will be LINE, a brand new IPO, opened at $82. We were doing this research on the stock yesterday, and how I told you, I was looking very much for the downside. The stock is growing, but the growth is diminishing. They're not growing as much as they were growing previously, and they're diminishing. So for them to open around $82, $70 looked ridiculous to me. Off the open, the stock had some size on $82. It opened at 82, ran up to $82.20, and immediately got slammed back down to $82, at which point I took the break of 82 and I basically covered into $80, and then into $80 I flipped long and I covered into VWAP, and my trade was over. My trade was done at that point. Later on though, I did push into 81.50. For tomorrow, my interesting trade will be on the break of today's low, a pop into the IPO open of $82 and see if there's rejection there. The stock really struggled around $81 today, and you can see how today's VWAP is around $81. So 81, 82, 82.20. I want to watch how all of these pockets to the upside react as resistance for resistance areas, and then on the downside, I want to see how 80 behaves. If we're holding 80, there could be another long opportunity, but if we're not holding 80 tomorrow, a short through 80 online could be a big opportunity. We could go multiple dollars to the downside, maybe even hit that range price that the stock was supposed to open at. The range was 79 to 82. If we break 80, I think we can easily go to 79 and below 79, just keep on plummeting. I don't think the stock deserves to be at the price level that it's at. So, and you got to also keep in mind, IPOs are mainly exit strategies, right? There is a lockup period. We can get into that later on. There is a lockup period for IPOs, but that's mainly for the higher level people. Some employees who don't have a lockup period, this is their exit. They have their shares at like $1, $2, $3, $10 per share. They're seeing their shares now which was previously not able to sell on the open market, now being opened at $82. They're going to smack that. They're going to smack that and take some profits. It would be ridiculous not to. So IPOs usually an exit strategy, and you're seeing some exits taking place according to me at the very least. CrowdStrike did sell lower, right? It did get below that little 3-day low that we were talking about yesterday, but the juice below that low wasn't really there. Volume dying down quite a bit too. So I'm still leaning to short the pops idea on CrowdStrike, but the juice is just dying. The juice is not loose on CrowdStrike anymore. The stock, however, does have a $20 ATR, so wait for the pops and wait for the edges. If we push into today's high and reject around today's high, there could be a short there, which is around $262, $260. So 260 to 263. You can wait to see how the stock behaves in that pocket. If it does pop and if it does reject in there could be a short for a possibility move back down. But if we're actually holding above 260, I would kind of be scared to look long at that point, right? Scared to look short at that point, because the stock is kind of creating a little bit of a base here. That move down was big. They recently apparently gave out $10 vouchers for their customers that they hurt, and a lot of those vouchers weren't even working. So another negative news over here for CrowdStrike. Let's see if that one dials in and pushes the stock even more going forward. Now we are basically done with our core of our watch list. The next stocks we have on the watch list is the Magnificent Seven, the chip stocks, the cryptocurrencies, and the overall market. So those are just for me as a grand basket. The main stocks that I wanted to talk to you guys about, we found some levels. So I'm just gonna quickly go to the overall market, QQQ and the S&P 500, because most of these large cap names just can be traded the same way as the QQQ and the SPY are to a degree. Nvidia today had a monster bounce up to 117, but then right off of 117 got sold off. That's how important that level was, right? And so we're gonna continue watching these semiconductor names: AMD, Nvidia, Micron, and all that other fun stuff. Micron had a little bounce today. AMD smackdown, absolutely smackdown, getting hurt. TSM getting a little bounce today on them too. So watching semiconductor names, but if QQQ sells off tomorrow, what does that mean for these semiconductor names, right? AMD has been a little overextended, I would say, to the downside. That is a pretty crazy drop, right? That's a 26% drop from the most recent high all the way to today's low. So I mean, this is getting out of hand here for AMD. A long on AMD, I'm expecting to come in very soon. If the market bounces tomorrow, there could be a long across the board, right? Today's long was monstrous. We got to realize that the market is also now, what, 10% down from all-time highs? Right, 9.5, 10% down from all-time highs. This is what I was expecting the market to give to us, a 10% down move, so we can get ready for Apple, Nvidia, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft earnings, and have a little bit of a bounce opportunity. If the market was already at all-time highs, the run through the north side on those reports are not really that exciting for me, but pullbacks are a lot more exciting. So we got the 10% drop that we were wishing for. Expecting a free fall Friday tomorrow will be a little crazy, but what's even more crazy is the sell-off action that the market brought into the close. So I'm at loss for words. I think even my manager was talking about how, he was very bullish on the market today. He was thinking that there is, very little chance that the market gets below VWAP, but it started selling off, and he was like, whoa, we're actually gonna sell back and go lower and actually close red. Wow. And he was surprised with the selling action that the market was bringing in after the open rally that we brought in today, right? Insane rally, and then completely negating that rally. So market showing you that there's still weakness, but at the same time, we are a little overextended to the downside. When's the last time you saw the market go down 10% and not bounce? Right? I guess the last time over here was that's the last time. but that's a whole different scenario. That's a whole different scenario. Ignore that one. Right? So waiting for the correction to come in, and then see if we can catch some good long opportunities. And if the long opportunities are not sustained and every single pops are just getting sold off tomorrow, QQQ is not even able to reclaim today's VWAP around 460, then that's simply just no long. If QQQ is not finding buying above 460, that's where I want to see support coming in. There's simply no long. Keep in mind tomorrow though, 8:30 we have a pretty that's not what I want to see. Where is it? Tomorrow 8:30 we have a pretty important number for the economic calendar. This is going to dictate if the market's going to be weak or strong for the whole day. So 8:30 possibly good to even wake up early if you haven't done so for the markets before 8:30 for CPI or other type of events. Usually a good opportunity setting up at 8:30 off those CPI, PCI, PCE, PPE, little PP, and all those bullshit numbers that come out in the pre-market. That could set the tone for the downside or set the tone for the upside. We have Michigan numbers and Atlanta numbers coming out around 10 o'clock. Sometimes I've seen the market move off of these Michigan and Atlanta numbers, but most of the times they can just not even react to them. But it's important to know that these are happening, and it's good to be careful around 10 o'clock also. So 8:30 and 10 o'clock, the market could get a little volume boost on either direction, and it's our job to then analyze that action, find setups. We might even have to revamp all our levels tomorrow. Most of these levels might completely be invalid because the market gapped up so drastically off of that 8:30 number, or gaps low so drastically off of that 8:30 number that all these levels are almost irrelevant, and we're now remapping our watch list for tomorrow. So got to be ready to do that, and that is the battle that every trader goes. They prepare at night, they wake up in the morning, and they have to restart everything. Sometimes I ask myself, why don't I just make my watch list in the pre-market? That would be a cheat. That would be a cheat, right? Why don't I just do it pre-market? Then I would just have to do it once. I've tried that. It feels rushed for me when I do that, right? When I prepare after hours like we do on stream over here, I'm a lot more prepared for the pre-market prep. But then when I'm only prepping in the pre-market, I feel rushed. I feel like I don't have enough time. I feel like I'm skipping some variables. I'm not looking at all the things that I want to look at. And then sometimes I go, okay, fuck this stock, fuck that stock, fuck that stock. I'll pick this one, I'll pick this one. And then the ones that I pick are not good. So I like this routine that I've built. Always, good idea to build a routine, create a system for after hours, create a system for pre-market, create a system for during the market, so to constantly scan stocks on your watch list, see where they are, if any good setups are setting up, if there's any level on the book that's thick or playable. So always keep scanning, and without doing your homework, ladies and gentlemen, you're just not going to succeed, right? You're competing with people like me who are putting in work like this. You're competing with people that are putting in work like this. Let me show you for a second. I mean, all you have to do is follow Lance's page, and he will show you people who are working hard. Look at this kid calling out his NVIDIA long today. Here's his NVIDIA long, and here's his SMH long. He trades with SMB Capital, if I remember correctly. I think so. I'm not sure if he does. He's followed by some of the biggest traders out there, right? So obviously if the biggest traders out there in the trading community are following this guy, then he has some good content that we might have to decipher and read. And I actually did this on my own time. I read his trades. I tried to understand his theory. Look at the work he's putting in. He's writing notes, main takeaways. How can I trade better? How exactly? Not just I need to trade better. That's not he's putting in his notes. He's putting execution steps. Exactly how could he have done better on both trades, writing it up and so on. I always talk about having a write-up for your setups, for your trades, or you're just not going to get there. You're just simply not going to get there. Here's another one. Here's another one, right? where people are writing up their trades every single day. This guy posts amazing chart write-ups and amazing case studies that if you just simply took some time and read these things, it will show you how big traders at real offices, real prop offices are planning their trades. How are they executing their trades? What are they thinking through the trade? What are they looking for the fundamentals, for the earnings, and all the other stuff? So you got to keep an eye out for these guys. And if you're seeing them put in the work that they are, you think you just waking up in the pre-market, scanning a couple of charts here, looking for your watch list on trade ideas and being like, yeah, I'm gonna pick here, and being lazy, you're gonna be able to put in the numbers that these guys are putting? Good luck, right? Good luck. Shout out to Mr. Nas talking about trade ideas. Please go check out trade ideas using my link in the description. Shout out to Trade Ideas, TraderSync, and Benzinga, my affiliate sponsors. I'm soon to have another affiliate sponsor. I'll talk about them when probably Monday. I'll talk about them Monday. So I'll open that account up over the weekend, and then we'll learn about that software together. That's awesome, says Victoria. Yeah, Victoria. I mean, look, this is a athlete sport, right? If you think about it, we are mental athletes. You are burning your brain power at the same rate, maybe even a little bit higher than an actual athlete. You might not be burning your physical as much as a real athlete is, but you're burning your mental at the same rate or more. This is a performance sport, right? You only eat what you kill, and you gotta perform to be able to eat. If you don't perform, you're not gonna eat. It's as simple as that. So the nature of this business, it just shows you how much harder you have to work. And in the sports terminology, in sports, there's different leagues. There's a G League, there's a B League, there's a D League, and then there's the actual league where there's the NBA, there's the NHL, there's the NFL, there's the UFC, right? The actual big leagues themselves. In the market, there's no leagues. Everybody is in here. You're playing with Jordan, you're playing with Larry Bird, you're playing with Will Chamberlain, you're playing with Wayne Gretzky, everybody at the same time, the best of the best. And at the same time, you're also playing with the kindergarten children who don't know any better, the Tim's Cup team, the Tim Hortons hockey team. And sometimes you can beat up the Tim Hortons kids, and sometimes you get beat up by Jordan himself. It's just the way of the game. But for us to think that we can go compete with Jordan without going into the gym every single day and working out and throwing the free throws, throwing the three-pointers, trying all different kinds of moves, you're just not going to succeed. So work hard, play hard, and let the money roll in, ladies and gentlemen. Let the money roll in. I do not have Twitter, but I do my journal work for sure. It's not easy. I know it's not easy at all, but hard work. We got this, chat. We got this. Less successful traders out there than there are professional athletes. Very difficult. Very true. Very true. Very, very true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's basically the end of the stream. We talked about most of the stocks I wanted to talk about. In terms of the market, I'm not sure what the market wants to do, right? We got bought up, and then we got sold right off. If we got bought up a little bit more tomorrow without the sell-off today, then I would have been, a little confident for Free Fall Friday. But with this move over here, it looks like Free Fall Friday is in a permutation that's more likely than not. But with the buying that we saw today, I kind of completely deleted Free Fall Friday from my mind. So based off the buying that we saw, I deleted Free Fall Friday from the possibility. But then from the selling that came in later on in the day, it almost opened up that possibility a little bit again. So we'll see if that opportunity show up. The best scenario for me is a pop into today's high for us to see rejects and then sell off right back down. If we start rejecting off of today's VWAP, off of 460, and then I think free fall could very much be in view. especially if we start getting below today's low. If we start taking out today's low of 455 and start selling under 455, the market possibly going to 450 at that point. So you want to watch out. Crazy moves today. QQQ did a 2 ATR move from low to top and from top to bottom, right? QQQ has an ATR of about $7, so we did not a 2 ATR, but a little bit more than 1 ATR. A $12 move from bottom to top and a $10 move from top to bottom. So slightly larger than 1 ATR, but it's crazy. These are the opportunities the markets are giving you right now. It's so hot. So much money to be made on these markets. So if you're not making money, it's time to maybe psychoanalyze your own trades, your setups, and see where you can improve and how you can improve. If you need any help on that aspect, you got me and all of the other homies in our Discord server. Make sure you check out the Linktree page, which I'm posting in all 3 of our chats, in our X chat and the Twitter chat and on the YouTube chat. Go check out our Discord. Tons of people in the Discord who love to help everybody, right? We love helping Angry Buddha, myself, Dieter, Blind Jedi. If you have any questions, post in our Discord server. We'll gladly help you, and then let's get to better together. Ladies and gentlemen, no chess today. I'm gonna call it. I'm way too tired. I'm gonna head to bed, get some sleep, get to bed earlier. I'm gonna try to get to bed earlier, right? I'm gonna try to sleep by 11 o'clock at the very least, and not stay up till goddamn 3 a.m. back-to-back days and get only 2. All right, fine. I'll play 1 game of chess.
To excel, it's a short-term.
Shut up, Mike Bellafiore. No, I'm joking. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that, Bella. I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated that that Dieter is making me play chess. Fucking Dieter. Alright, chat. We're gonna call it a night. If you hit the follow, if you hit the like, and if you hit the subscribe, it means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching me. And I will see you guys on Sunday. It's gonna be the weekend. It's gonna be the weekend. Have a great weekend, people. Enjoy your weekend. Have an even better market day tomorrow. For those of you leaving, for those of you staying back watching some chess with me, I'll wish you guys good night very soon. But for those of you leaving, have a good night. Love you guys. See you Sunday 6 p.m. Have a great market day and have a great weekend. I repeat myself so many times because I'm fucking exhausted. My brain power is 0 right now. 0 brain power. And this guy wants me to play chess just so he can see me losing more rank. I can... Man. Alright. Winning the race, losing the game. Oh, he won the race, but he lost the game. You see that? Genius. Genius. Puzzles. NQ still moving higher. That's pretty good. That's good that NQ's moving. Where is my super heat? Yeah, why didn't it play? Oh, because I muted it. I muted it. Let's see. Oh no, there you go.
UNY Butterfly donated $2 through Super
It didn't even roll in. I didn't mute it. Well, I did mute it, but it didn't roll in, and then I unmuted it before it rolled in. There you go. There you go. I muted it because it doubles up, so I need to unmute it before it plays. Unless it doubles up again. Let me know if it plays again. Because I muted it so it doesn't double up. But if it doubles up again, that means there's another element somewhere that's making it double up every time. But if it doesn't double up, then that means there's something wrong with this element that I have to figure because it doubles up. Anyways, it's my problem. Let me know if it doubles up. You made me talk. I wasted a fucking minute on this. I'm gonna lose so much. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna lose so much rating. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. White to move, 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 black to move, black to move, black to move, you suck, Prad, black to move, 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 white 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 to move. Black to move, black to move, black to move, black to move, black to move. And that's it. Genius. Genius. I'm a fucking genius, chat. Alright, let's not get too happy because yesterday we absolutely shit ourselves. Let's play proper. Let's think about this. Let's actually process information here. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that, mister.
AUNY Butterfly donated $2 through Super Chat. Tired? Yuha.
Why'd you double up? Eh, stupid software, man. Echo, 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 echo. You call me AUNY. Yeah, isn't that your name? Ani. Sorry, it's Clowny. I forgot your name was Clowny, actually. Me forget sometimes. Me have memory of a bird. My memory of a bird, my friend. Memory of a fucking bird. You don't want the smoke, big boy. Yeah, you don't want the smoke. 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 Okay, that was a good play by him. I won't roll with me, but you got a G's piece. Oh my god. I'm stupid. I should have just done that. Oh no, I could have just taken him. I could have just taken him. Oh my god. I lost this one. Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? See, like my brain not working right now, bro, and you're making me play chess. This is your fault. This is your fucking fault. I told you my brain's not working today. If I go back below 500, Dieter, I'm gonna kill you. I'll kill you. She asked me, ask for a chess game. Why you listening to her, huh? What is she, your boyfriend? Yeah, and exactly. And when your mental is not working, you don't play the game. It's as simple as that. When you can't be a mental athlete, don't be one. Puta madre, chinga tu madre. Cabrón. Oh, cabrona. I can't golf either. What a name. What a name. Probably gonna do this and protect this. Or no, sorry, do this and protect that. Okay, he's gonna do that. Oh, I love this song. Oh, why did I do that? 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 What did I do that for? What the fuck is wrong with me? Fork? Too late now, probably. If I take pawn, he's gonna come here. I'm gonna have to move my king, and then my rook would probably be in danger. That's why I don't want to take pawn just yet. I wanted to move my king away just now, and then I can do that. I'll trade. You have to go there, and I'll just come over. Come on, go down so I can take this, and then you're fucked. Then you go here, then I take your rook. Move, you fucking dumbass. I'm just gonna keep checking until you fucking move your king somewhere where I can take this. There you go. Okay. I can't take that just yet. I'll just check again. I'll just check again. Check again. Check again. Check again. Gonna take that. Okay, now I get to move my pawns up easily. I'm fucked here. Yeah. I should have moved this way. Alright, one more. One more. Now we got dieter music in our ears. We're good. I blame you guys for this. I blame you guys for all of this. I'm tilt losing because of you guys. I hope you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Ha 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 ha. I'm glad I could provide you entertainment. Your suggestions are 30 minutes late, man. What the fuck? They were 2 moves early. I'm dead. This is me right now with the chess game. 2 hands, full grip, sucking at it. Check the funky record. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. Thank you. Now you go here now you go there now you go there. Yes, now you go there, buddy. Now I come here, now I fuck you in your asshole. And the only way he gets out of this is by moving this or this. He did that. Okay, he's not as stupid as I thought he is. Bloody bastard guy, you are bloody bastard guy, man. Bloody bastard. Bastard guy, this guy is a bloody big bastard guy, this guy. Bloody bastard. Well, this is a little bit of pickle, huh? We're in a little bit of pickle here, mate. Little bit of a pickle. Pickle. What would Iron Man do? Just bomb the board? I don't know. Vaporize the board to smithereens? Clearly not what I'm doing. This guy just could have taken my queen and he didn't take the queen? Oh, my heart. I need to breathe. Castle first. Bishop E pawn. Okay. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, no more. Teamwork sucks in this case. You guys suck. Oh no. Eat everything. Eat what? Eat what? Eat what? What am I eating? Chicken tikka masala? What the fuck am I eating? Inshallah, what am I doing, brother? We're not gonna get a win today. I'm gonna go to bed after this one. I'm done. When? I didn't have a chance to take his queen with my rook. Dumbass! Oh shit. Yeah, we're not gonna win a fucking game today, chat. Dieter, this is your fault for me losing from 570 to 520 today, okay? Just remember that, Dieter, it's your fault. I wasn't gonna play. I knew what the results were gonna be. And I still did, for you. Okay? Just know that, for you. This is all your fault. All of this is your fault. Not mine. Not mine. This is your fault. Fuck's sake, man. Quit complaining. You don't listen to chat telling you how to win. That's because chat replying like 10 days late, man. OB returns Friday from where? And I don't even care. I don't even care. I'll ask if he's 25. I already told you he's not, bro. And I have the full story of why they said he was 25. It was a joke in the office. Someone screamed out 25 as a joke, and it just got stuck. He's not even 25. And now I lose my... Now I lose my rook. I don't know why he's not taking it. He's up so much material, he should just take it. I can't check with the rook. If I was here, I was dead. If he does the same move again, it's a draw. I'm not sleeping till I get a win or I go to 500. Below 500 or I get a win. I don't care anymore. I don't care about my score anymore. I legit don't give a fuck. I'm tilted. Tilted enough to throw it all. Tilted enough to throw it all. We're going back to 200 tonight. Fuck sleep. Going till I go to minus 500 or we win the game. Oh my god. Get me off this fucking website. Get me off that fucking website. Oh my god. Get me off that fucking website. Get me off that fucking website. We gotta win, chat. We gotta win. Look. What that showed you right there is my willpower and my determination. When I set my mind to something, I achieve it. I make sure that I'm a man of my word and I get it done. Not only was I not going to play chess today because I knew I was going to play horrible, but I also stuck it out through every single loss because as a true gamer, as a true top tier, top level FPS gamer, you never go to bed on a loss. You don't go to bed on a loss. Simply not. Now, obviously, that one win took a lot of mental toll to get to. But we achieved it. We got the win on the board. The ratios are really off today, but we got it. We didn't get below 500. That's a win in itself. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go get some sleep. I'll see you guys Sunday 6 p.m. Have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying with me for another hour, watching me play some atrocious chess. That was horrible. I apologize for that display. I apologize for that display that you have to watch. I'm just glad we were able to get a win at the end. Good night. Have a great day on the market tomorrow. Hopefully it's fun and fireworks like it was today on every single direction. And we all get to make money. Let's make that sweet cheddar cheese. TraderPrad out. Good night. Good luck tomorrow. See you Sunday 6 p.m. Ciao. Peace.
Get ready for the watch list for tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna bring in my big screen over here. Back to another brand new week of After the After Hours with your host TraderPrad. I'm doing great. Hopefully you guys are joining me on that great side. Markets are moving around. Might just be a risk on type of day, so let's see what happens. 8 o'clock tomorrow. As you guys know, we do the stream Monday to Thursday, 8 p.m. Shout out to my affiliate sponsors, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, the #1 scanner to go to, Trader Sync, promo code down below, promo code PRAD15 to get 15% off. I will catch you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place. Until then, TraderPrad out. Adios.